Hello and welcome once again, students. In this lesson we will learn today how to deal with alerts. There are different types of alerts encountered while traversing websites. Few are pop-ups. Mainly the alerts we used to get is the confirmation alert, and also we get a prompt alert. I can show you different types of alert in my website. So let me go to my website. This is my website, demo.studysimple.in, alerts and popups.html. You will find various type of testing data in this website. If you go to the website, you will find videos for testing, audio testing. This is sample audio files, sample video files for testing, Excel data which are very much required, CSV data, JSON and XMLs, and I have also added sample forms for testing. This is mainly for the automation guys who want to do automation or do automation practice. There are different types of form elements available, and this is the sample pop-ups and alert for testing. So if you click on this, you will get that alert box, confirmation box and prompt box. At this moment I have only these three of them. In the next version I will try to add as much as I can. Okay, so let us first understand the alert. If you click on the alert button, you will get an alert message. See, I am alert. Okay, if you click on the confirmation box, yes, you will get a message, I am confirmed. You have a OK and a cancel button, so you can either click on OK and either click on cancel. So in the first alert we have only the OK button. In the second confirmation box, it is expecting the user input of either OK or a cancel, and the third one is a prompt. That means you can write something and press on either OK or cancel. So at this moment we have three of this, and now we will do automation testing on these three of it. So let me go to the Visual Studio and let's start the automation testing on alerts and pop-ups in Protector. Okay, so I have already opened this Visual Studio Code, and I have already created a JS file, named it as alerts.js, and in the configuration file I have given the specs as alert.js. So the spec file has been created, alert.js. Now we have to add the coding. The first thing that we need to do is to open the website. For opening the website, we know we have to give browser.get, and inside that we have to give the parameter. The parameter I will copy it from here and paste it. So in this line we have the website opened. Think of the automation perspective. This line, the website has been opened. We will add 3 seconds pause here. It is not recommended to add the pause, but without the pause you will not able to understand, because Protector testing is quite fast and it will happen in a flash. So let us do the next step. Now the first thing we need to do is that we have to identify the locator. In this case we have to identify the locator of the button, because we will be pressing this button first. So click on the alert, give a try on the inspect, and you can see that we have a name equals to alert. So we can add the locator name. How we can add that? We can add that using by.name, and we have to pass the value on it. Okay, and then we have to do the click operation. This is action. So in this line we will have the button clicked, alert button clicked. The next thing is that we will be using a variable. We will name it as first alert, and inside that we will use browser.switch to alert, because we need to switch to the alert. We will do that switch to dot alert. I am telling what we are trying to do. This switch to dot alert, once we press on the alert, the focus on this will not work. See, we cannot do any kind of operation until and unless we press on this OK button. Okay. So for that reason we have to change the focus. Currently our focus in this area, okay, this page. We have to change it to this alert box. Okay, for that we are doing the switch to. This switch to is completely same as iframe, where we need to switch from the current website to the iframe and switch it back again to the current website, which I have already described in the iframe section of my lecture. So in this case we have to do a alert click, and then we have to switch to alert to do operation on this box, okay. So we have to, what operations we are going to do? We have to go to the OK. So we will do a accept, which will press on this alert box, alert OK button. Okay, so we will do accept and browser.sleep of 3 seconds. Let me give it a name, clicking on alert box. Fine. So we are done with the alert box. The next thing that we will be doing is the confirmation box. The same thing, we have to locate the element first. So let me copy this line, because this line will be the same. We will be using this name only. In the name we have confirmation. We will copy this value and paste it here. Now we will have this confirmation box clicked according to the code we have written. Now the same thing we will do. We will be using the switch to operator to just switch to the next alert. So switch to the next alert box. So this is the alert box we having. We will switch it there, and inside that we will use OK. So let us go to switch to alert, and the same line we will be using. We will be using for the one is the switch alert, so we will be using the switch alert, or we can name it as second alert. That will be fine, meaningful quite. We'll give it a comment here, clicking on confirmation box. Okay, this is. Now the third one is the prompt. The same thing we will be doing. We will go to the prompt button, inspect it here, and we have the name as prompt, so we will copy that. And in the first line, the same thing we will be doing. We will be locating it, passing the parameters, okay, and doing a click operation. Right, once we are done with the click operation, the same thing, we will be switching it to the alert box. This is clicked. Now we have to switch it here. Okay, name is as third alert. We will give a small browser.sleep, fine. And the third thing, the last one is the third alert.accept, which will click on the accept button. So we are done with the confirmation box. Now we are done with the prompt box also. So let us give a run at this point and check whether our code is working fine or not. For giving a run, we will use the same code npm test, because we have configured the npm test using that way. We will write npm test and we will give it a run. Our website is open, studysimple.in. The first thing is the alert box. It will click. Yes, it is clicked on the alert box. It will click on the OK also. It is secondly click on the confirmation, clicked on OK, and the third in the prompt clicked, and will click on the OK for the prompt. So our test case got passed. It is giving a green sign. That means it is passed.